Hey everybody, in this episode of Box Office Breakdown, I've got a bone to pick with all of you. I have to do something I'm not going to enjoy. Let's do this.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown here on Popcorn Talk. Of course, this is the show where we like to look back at the box office that was, and then we...
Prog.
Nas.
T.
Kate!
What?
I tried.
About the box office, about the box office that lie ahead. I'm one of your hosts, Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie.
And hey there, my name is... I was like, wait, can I hear me? Oh, there I can. Hey, my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D. Lane. That's Karidlane.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Cassandra, and you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra TV.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Neil Plumley. You can find me at places where people are found at the Neil Plumley. That's TheNeilPlumley. What's going on, Frank?
I felt like that pregnant pause was you deciding, should I stay here tonight? Should I just leave?
Should I stay or should I go?
Well, they went to all this trouble of setting our cameras up that you don't want it to be like off-center and stuff now. True. But we're the hoodie side of the table,
That's
apparently.
right. I also, just real quickly before we get
Yes.
into the meat of the show, Neil, I feel like you were not here last weekend because you did not want to take part in betting on this terrible movie.
I definitely remember being here.
Whoa,
What
that's
was
weird.
the movie we bet on?
Well, you didn't bet on anything. It was Boo 2.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Oh,
And
okay.
I still need to see number 1.
Yeah.
For all these
Me
people that are going to call me
too.
out on it. But you know what? I did go to my library and check to see. I have a list, and they didn't have some stuff. So I'm going to have to find other ways to watch movies. But Cheapy Theater by Me is having some movies that I need to catch up on.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Boo will be in there. Rotation. Hey, everybody. Of course, always, you can like us on Facebook. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, while you're there, just throw one thumb on there. Throw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thumbs up if you can. And of course, we're gonna have the chat up and running, so feel free to hop in and share your thoughts about movies in general, or maybe something you saw this weekend at the box office. And if you're watching this even
Later.
after we stream live, you feel free to comment down below. What are you gonna comment about, or what we talk about? But also at the end, of course, Kari Lane likes to give you all a question.
Yeah,
think about,
we think of good
chew
stuff
over.
all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that. Thought-provoking stuff right here on
Yep.
Popcorn Talk. All right, let's hop into it. Of course, our top 5 right now. Coming in at number 1, but not as number 1 as I would have hoped, was Tyler Perry's Boo 2, Madea Halloween. Came in with just a paltry $21.65 million. A nice steep drop from its prequel, or its predecessor. So, great. And that was the subject of our box office bet. Amy Cassandra and Kari Lane. They had a meeting of the minds and bet $27.5 million. I foolishly decided, hey, this is going to be a hot movie, and went 28.
Honestly, it should have been, Frank.
We'll keep the crown in between us because
We'll
we both
share
won.
it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, feel free to alternate it, every 10 minutes during the course of the show.
I'm gonna put a timer on it.
That's right.
Alrighty, sounds great. Looks fantastic.
Yes.
Oh,
Good save. Good
Neil,
save.
Yep,
why did you
yep.
feel that this should have done better?
well, because the box office sort of sucks right now, huh?
I don't know. Movie
true.
passers are going all the time. I asked my theater too. I'm like, do you have a lot more of these coming in? And they said, yes, they are. And we are not sponsored by Movie Pass, by the way. But
we
I am
wish
happy
we
I
were.
have
Yes.
it. Yeah. Movie Pass if you're watching.
We pretty much talk about it like we were, though.
Yes.
Yep.
It's true.
But we tell all of you watching and listening about cool stuff involved with movies, so you know.
No, there you go.
Try to help you out.
Yeah, so, I'm going to have to go see this.
I'll go watch 1, like I'm supposed to, and you watch 2, and we'll compare notes.
Oh, man.
That sounds like a
It's
great
gonna be rough. This is
plan.
going to be rough.
Woo.
Star Drew tweeted me and apologized for him not helping out to try to make the difference, and I hold you personally responsible, Star Drew, for making me happen to see this.
Who's probably chatting at us right now, but we don't have the chat up.
Yeah,
just
so
yet,
if we get a
hold
chance,
on.
Anthony in the engineering room, if you have a moment, to throw up the chat.
Yeah, you got it. Oh,
Thanks,
sorry.
buddy. But he also said it's probably going to be better than My Little Pony, and I don't know.
I don't know. My Little Pony. Hey.
That was a rough one, too.
Oh, I meant to tweet you guys a photo of my cosplay of that. I will.
Oh my gosh, please, yeah.
From what I heard, though, you should be thankful that you didn't bet on the snowman.
It's all right. I went and saw it.
As did I.
Oh.
Wait, how much does
Is
that
it- is
even
it
make?
as-
Well, it's not in the
Is
top
it as
five.
bad as they say?
It was. We'll get to that in a
We'll
moment.
get to that.
It came in at number 6, so we'll discuss that as we get to the bottom of the
all right.
list.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, Geostorm from Warner Brothers, $13.3 million.
I thought you just said Jail Storm, which would be a much better movie.
So Dean Devlin, Joint, as they like to say, one of the co-creators there of Independence Day, kind of breaking off on his own, doing his thing. I saw it. I know Amy Cassandra was on the red carpet, so we'll go to the fun stuff first before we start talking about the not so fun stuff. Amy, how was the red carpet?
It was rather exciting. It was quite a pleasure to be there representing Popcorn Talk. Yeah, it was great. I got to interview Jim Sturgis, which was pretty fantastic. Those interviews are up on the Popcorn Talk YouTube page. I went with Ben Bateman. He was fantastic. He got to talk to Gerard Butler, and he was great. Gerard Butler was fantastic because he went throughout the entire freaking press line. And so that's not very common. He even said, you know, you guys are going to make me miss the movie. But he was still there answering everyone's questions, so he was great. But yeah, it was really exciting, and they did a good job. We were there also with AfterBuzz. So AfterBuzz was right next to us, and then we were there. It was just a nice little cozy...
Rick went, right, too?
Yep. Rick, Hong, and Ashley Cheney. Yeah, it was really, really fun. And again, those interviews are all on the Popcorn Talk channel. So make sure you watch those.
Look at
I
that.
probably will.
They're really good. They're
looking
really
forward
good. They're fantastic.
It's the movie is not awful, but it is
Geostorm?
not. It is not. It's just. Yeah.
Okay, because, it looks like a disaster movie, which those in and of themselves are our own category, and they can be fun, so what do you think it miss from a disaster movie?
What I liked about it, what I did like about it, that's different from the disaster movie, is that usually those disaster films, they spread the net so wide in terms of all the different characters, and so you never really get a chance to really drill deep on anybody. This one, it keeps the cast more compact.
Okay.
You know, you get to drill a little deeper. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily more enjoyable, but at least it was a little bit more of a deep drill than
Got
you
it.
get to see in a typical disaster film. And the Geostorm, yeah, it's teased a lot throughout the film. Whether it happens or not, folks, I guess you'll have to watch it to find out.
Oh boy.
Yes.
What a tease.
Yes, there you go. There you go. And Ed Harris is in there.
Ed Harris.
We got Howl's Hollywood Review says that Geostorm should have been released in the late 90s.
It does have that. I mean, it fits right in there. Like if you think of Day After Tomorrow, Volcano, Dante's Peak, things like that.
Even
would have fit
Armageddon
right in there.
and all those.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a natural disaster, but disaster.
Breaking into the early
yeah.
2000s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
The Core.
oh man, the Core.
I got a sweet spot for The Core.
Dude, yeah, I know you do.
Just because I think it had the best the best misdirection opening for a disaster movie, because all those people die from
so?
pacemakers, and then they have a totally different thing happen in London with all the pigeons running into stuff, and you're like, how are these connected? And they're like, oh, it's basically just because of one thing. I'm like, oh, that was actually okay, all right. But then it sort of fizzles. But I did like the misdirect in the beginning. Anyway, off track. Sorry.
No. It's yeah. I mean, you learn about brothers and their codes, that they have their own secret language, things like that. Plays a part into this film. Yeah, I mean the effects are okay. It's just I would agree.
Okay.
It kind of feels like a very
Meh.
90s film.
Okay.
It was. I didn't mind. You sit there and you watch it and you're like, all right. There's a possibility at the end. Will Gerard Butler make it back?
Right.
Will they make it back? Oh man, I don't know.
Martian 2, Gerard Butler.
That's true. Who knows? So, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Coming in number 3, Happy Death Day from Universal, another $9.375 million.
Did we talk about Happy Death Day here yet?
We did.
I have the horror movie news show, and so then I'm like, I get them. Come back.
Get
Anybody else?
them matched.
Everybody seen it now?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, there we go. That's what it was. I still like it.
I feel like you were just kind of repeating the day
I
again.
was.
That's right.
Whoa.
Well, because it's like you think of, wait, when did I watch the movie? Did I watch it between this show and the last show? Because I have to write my movies down of what I saw. I'm like, wait, what did I watch?
Coming to number 4, Blade Runner 2049, $7.1 million there.
Anybody else seen it yet?
So,
Nope.
So far, just man, it's already third week, $74 million. So yeah.
I hear it's good. People tell me to go see it. I just haven't been able to find
I was
time.
surprised. Yeah, I feel like you would have been running sooner.
I want to be Blade running to the theater right now. I just, you know, life and things.
Absolutely. And coming in number 5, Only the Brave from Sony, a little over $6 million there.
It's interesting timing with all the fires in California with that too.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
It didn't call out to me to go see it.
No.
Hashtag Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting good reviews online, but I was like,
So we mentioned the Snowman. That came
Yep.
in number 6. Actually, no, lower than number 6. I think it was number 8 because number 6 was The Foreigner. So I think it was number 8. I mean, I should have realized with only being released in 1,800 screens, not really high hopes from Universal that this was going to do well. So I think they knew going in they had a stinker. But I also just I didn't get a chance to read any of the reviews. I just saw the headlines, and it was being savaged.
Oh,
Pretty much
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
for how
everyone
terrible
was
this
brutal.
The director came out and said that he didn't have enough time to shoot the whole script
Oh,
for the movie.
oh,
And so a lot of people were like, okay, well that makes a lot of sense because when they watched some of the scenes, some of the reviewers were panning it like the editors not have footage to work with. They don't understand why these scenes didn't work. Technically didn't work. And then they found out, oh, it's because they didn't shoot the whole movie. And they had to piece it together and try to make something.
On the plus
That
side,
sucks.
I mean, it takes place in Oslo, Norway, and there are some beautiful landscapes and stuff in there.
yes. And they go to Bergen, and I've been to Bergen.
So there you go. So I mean, some
was
beautiful
cool.
shots.
I was so excited watching this movie because I just went to Norway in the summertime. So I'm like, I know where they are. I've been to Bergen. I've been there. I'm glad I didn't go during the winter because it's really cold looking.
So Carrie and I both saw it. Carrie,
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. But there's only actually one scene that I felt like the editing was weird because it goes from it doesn't spoil anything. It goes from our main character looking at like a bar and he's a drunk, and then it cuts to him laying on the ground, and you go, is this a memory? Did he go in and go drinking? It just doesn't fit, and they come back to it later, and then you go, okay, but that was the only edit for me that I go, no.
I would agree because the camera
was
kind of
so weird.
pans and it feels like he is having a flashback. I'm like, or he's seeing the drunk within himself. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is happening here?
And you could have had something super quick, just have him walk into the bar and then cut to that. Then I would have been like, okay, cool, he went drinking and is drunk outside. That's fine. But it was just, it was decently suspenseful, a bit. I didn't figure out the killer for quite some time, but I wasn't really terribly surprised. I don't think I've had it where I've been like, oh, it's so-and-so. I'm just more disappointed because it's a Norwegian film, and I've seen a lot of really good Norwegian horror films, so this one was like, also, random side topic, and you guys can weigh in because you haven't seen it, but still, so your thoughts. So it's a Norwegian film.
Okay.
Right.
Having British actors play Norwegians.
No.
So it's kind of funny because here we all bitch about, people playing other countries, other, nationalities or whatever. I mean, they're still white people if you want to go there, but it is like, I was watching the movie, I'm like, they sound British. That is not a Norwegian accent.
And
then I looked them up and I'm like, they're British or German or Irish. And
we've got J.K. Simmons. So
there was like 2 people in it that were actually Norwegian.
J.K.
And
Simmons
it was just
is-
weird to me of like,
His character just really goes kind of nowhere, and you're like, okay,
yeah.
He's
I don't know. They all were like.
he's a creepo who uses his cell phone, and you're like, at some moments in
Yes.
the scene, like there's
But
one where
his
he's,
accent was good. I liked what he did with it because he didn't sound like himself.
that doesn't mean he's
No,
it was
but
it was certainly
his character
distracting
is
me.
like this character, and then you're like, ah. But anyway, that was just a weird thing I thought of afterwards because, again, the Norwegian movies I actually really like are in Norwegian, and it's.
There's a scene where he
Anyway.
talks to one of these detectives or
Yes.
these officers that's helping out Michael Fassbender's character, and at the end of the conversation, he takes his cell phone and just
Yes.
gets up close to her face and takes a picture with a flash, and you're like, oh, you weirdo. It's so
He's
weird.
kind of a pervert.
He's kind of a perv and he likes to take
Yeah.
pictures of women, but
Yeah.
it's just they're in the middle of like this whole like gala, and he just pulls out his cell phone right in front, like literally like this close to Carrie's face, and just flashes it right in front of her face to get a photo. He was so weird.
Wow.
So he's saying pretty bad stuff on it. But did you hate it?
I was I was bored.
Bored. Okay.
And it was just like I felt like there were just elements of the plot that just kind of meandered and really went nowhere. And I was like,
it's one of those. It felt like it wanted more. It had more potential than it actually. I wonder how good the book is. That made me go,
That's supposed to be what? International bestseller?
Yeah, apparently it's a best-selling thriller.
Yeah.
Star Drew, I don't know if you're being funny. It's like, did I want a long bearded actor for a Norwegian? No, there's, again, okay, for example, because we're going to talk about this tomorrow on Horror Movie News. Norwegian horror films that are actually really cool in their own way are Dead Snow 1 and 2. They're super fun. Tall, it's Thale. Rare Exports, and I felt there was another one too. But those were all like cool horror ones, though they do involve creatures of a sort. So I kind of wonder if Norwegians. And Troll Hunter. That's actually really cool.
Troll Hunter's fantastic.
So I'm like, maybe they do better with creature movies than like thriller ones. But those were all cool ones. So I was so disappointed that I'm like, this is all right. So it's all right.
Well, I'm definitely not going to see it in theaters.
Do not.
You guys
go see
don't
it.
really sold
Super
it.
not.
No, it's. I was just like, why am I watching this? What is happening?
But I was so excited, and now Anthony's is like listening. He's like, oh man.
Well, because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't even classify this as necessarily a horror movie. I guess this should be more of a thriller, suspense.
That's sort
But
of
it
what
could
they're
have had
banking it
more
as.
though. I felt like it. I don't know what it did wrong. It just same thing with The Foreigner. I felt both The Foreigner and Snowman had so much potential, but something, and I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but something just makes it like, all right. And for
But-
those listening, I shrugged and then say that.
But I would rather watch The Foreigner any day before The Snowman. I would watch The Foreigner again now before I'd watch The Snowman ever. Oh.
I just watched it this morning and I really liked it.
Yes.
The Foreigner?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, all
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah. You saw. I saw your picture.
I lost a bet
Yes.
from when we bet on The Foreigner. So I fulfilled that bet this morning when I went and saw The Foreigner. And I liked it. Something that there's a couple things I couldn't really get over. Pierce Brosnan's Irish accent was a little weird.
Oh, that's his native tongue.
It sounded like he was really stacking it on because he's supposed to be like the IRA liaison to like the British Secret Service or something.
Pretty much.
And so it sounded like he has an Irish accent, but he's really digging it in during like certain scenes and then sort of letting it just be natural in other scenes.
Well, some
And I was
people
like-
who have accents, when they're more animated, it will be a thicker accent.
Right,
than-
and I'm not really one to say whether that was like an authentic thing or not. It was just something that drew me out of the movie because he was just like really sticking to it on some scenes. And I was like, oh my God. Okay, well that was way different than when you were talking to some other person earlier. But I really liked it. I really, it definitely has an interesting plot structure. The way it moves through, it's definitely not Hollywood because Hollywood would have had the second and the third act sort of flipped, especially as far as like location. They would have like set the climax where the second act was, and then like the build up act in the second one would be set in like in where the end of the movie was. But I mean, it's definitely not a Western movie. It's like produced by the H brothers and like that whole gang. But I thought it was great. I thought the fighting was really good. I actually really paid
Fight scenes were
attention.
cool.
I paid attention to the hits and made sure that because I didn't know who directed it going into it. I didn't think to look it up. But I was like, oh, I wonder who directed this, and I wonder if they're going to show the hits on camera, and they did. And I was like, yes, perfect.
You did bring that up.
Jackie kicks ass as always.
Although I felt like when we talked about this too last week, is when you see the trailer, since they pretty much take every fight scene, so it makes it seem like this movie is much more action packed.
It's
than
not
it
as
really
action packed.
Right. No, of course. It's definitely
slow.
more of like a localized espionage, not even espionage, just like sort of like a local political, like
Yeah.
kind of like a thriller, more like a drama,
Sure.
but with action scenes. But the action scenes are sort of parsed throughout.
What I feel kind of a bummer about, because I know Jackie Chan has been talking about he wanted to do this transition to show more, he's more of a drama actor, not necessarily just an action actor. But the majority of his scenes, he is by himself, or it is just a fight scene. You don't really
Or
get
he's
to see
not
him,
really talking.
Yeah, you don't really get to see him interacting against somebody else
Yeah.
to really kind of show off more of those dramatic chops.
However, the dramatic scenes that he did have hit. Like when that photographer was about to take his picture during the accident, or not the accident, the attack, and he like doesn't take his picture, and then it shows you like what the photographer's looking at, and it's Jackie like crying and holding his daughter. I was like, damn, son, you're punching me with like your emotions right now.
Man, anybody can cry on camera, Neil. I mean, I'm looking for, I want to see him actually engaging with somebody in a dramatic
I mean,
scene.
I know what you're saying. You want to
Yeah.
have like a dramatic dialogue with somebody.
Yeah.
You want to have him have like show emotional context through like other means of acting. But what I was saying is like, even though they didn't give him a lot of opportunities to do that, the moments that he did have, however small, were good. I thought he crushed it. So I think he still has that potential to be that sort of dramatic actor.
Yeah.
You're a terrorist.
Amy saw some movies.
I did. Not out in the theaters.
That's
in
okay.
the world.
It's okay.
But, and I did do
It's a
polls.
safe place, Amy. It's a safe place.
What? World?
Keep going.
theaters
You're
are-
good. You're good.
Okay, alrighty.
You can trust us.
So both of these I saw for the first time this week. Okay, so Rosemary's Baby. Been wanting to watch it for a while. Saw it. 54% of people I polled thought it was scary. Thoughts?
Really
seen it
cool, but
myself.
not scary.
Really cool, but not scary.
Scary when I saw it, but I was very young.
Frank,
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it.
Oh wow.
It's worth a watch.
Classic.
Yeah.
I honestly need to rewatch it because it was so long ago when I saw it.
I'm not a fan of Mia
I think I
Farrow's
saw it
hair in
before
there,
I saw
so
the-
I just can't get into it, guys. I don't like her short haircut in there, so I'm out.
So that's it.
I will never see that movie because I don't like her hair.
Good thing I
Good
didn't meet you when I
justification.
got that haircut.
Well, that'll be the last time we speak.
Hey, you're sticking to your guns.
No, I
Frank.
said good thing that wasn't when.
Oh, yes. There you go.
That was back in the day.
Well, it's
Continue.
worth a watch for sure. Even with her haircut like that, super cute. I love it.
It's super cute.
So adorable. Okay, next, As Above, So Below. 88% of people polled liked it.
Cool.
As Above, So Below. Thoughts?
Haven't seen it yet, but I'm interested.
I liked
I'd
it.
forgotten about it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check it out.
I liked it. I thought that it needed a little bit more cohesion throughout the film and a little bit more consequence for like what was happening.
They die.
It's okay, man.
They die. I don't want to give like super spoilers. Stuff happens. Some people live, some don't. But how are those not consequences?
Well, okay.
And then,
I
the
mean,
fire
and I guess what I'm trying to say is the people who I was most connected with in the movie didn't really get consequences for like their recklessness.
Okay.
The people who did face consequences were the people that weren't accurately developed in the movie. So I guess
Okay.
so part of what I'm saying is a little bit more cohesion with the story, but also the people that got needed to win my heart over.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
I
that didn't
remember
happen.
thinking it was good, but I wanted it to be better. I walked out of going like, it's like when you see something that's like, oh, this is intriguing, I like where it's going, and then it just doesn't quite stick the landing.
It kind of reminded me of how I felt when I watched Blair Witch from last year.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, do you guys see that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I sort of had the same feeling after I left that movie. I was like, this is really good. I mean, not really good. It's good. I like it. It could have been a little bit. It could have been put together a little bit better. But I like it. I like the concepts they introduced. I really like, especially as Above, So Below. I really enjoyed the concepts they introduced.
Yes.
That was pretty fresh to me, but I felt like they could have done a bit more with it.
Gotcha.
Definitely not a waste of time though.
So, it's worth a watch. I disagree with both of your opinions.
I'll watch it and let you know, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie.
That would be 3
But-
for 1.
So yeah, I will be watching more scary movies and doing those polls again on Instagram. So
Fantastic.
send recommendations my way.
Howell's Hollywood Reviews say he'd take Wolf Creek over that. I haven't seen Wolf Creek out.
Oh,
Me neither.
Wolf Creek is gonna be added.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
haven't
look what
watched
you've
Wolf
done,
Creek
Howell.
yet. I watched some other movies too that I wanted to share. Too.
Cool. Anyway, so we're gonna move.
I knew it.
Carrie.
I knew it. Fine. I finally saw Cloverfield, and if you guys watch my Instagram story, we made a funny video with our couple panelists.
It's a hilarious video.
Watch it.
I thought it was pretty cool. It's one of those I'm not a fan of found footage that much because it's too shaky. And I'm sorry, I don't understand. People are like, this is how I hold a camera and film it. And you're like, what are you doing? Like,
They're scared.
no, at the beginning of things,
They're
when things are
scared.
normal.
They're
like,
getting
even
used
at the
to-
party,
They're getting used to the weight of the camera,
No.
how to hold
it's just
it.
dumb.
I love found footage.
I don't.
My-
I film enough with my phone that I'm like, I don't get it. But yes, go ahead.
Good. No, you.
No.
No, just my quick rebuttal. My biggest thing with found footage ones is I always get stuck into the whole meta-ness of it. Like, who actually found this and cut it together?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you need to be able to explain it. Otherwise, it's just like, well,
Yes. No, I think that's very important.
That's why I sort of like Cloverfield, because it was a tape.
Yeah, it's just one tape.
It's a tape, so no one really cut it together. It was sort of the order of events, and they show that in the beginning when it's like all out of order.
Yep.
Because there's stuff in the past. There's stuff that happened in the past they recorded that someone else recorded over. So you're getting flashes of what happened in the past, and I really like that.
Yeah. I do buy that for sure. No, I think that's an excellent point, and the horror film I worked on totally has that kind of question too, of like, well, where did this footage come from? Where did it compile?
nice.
So,
All right. I will not interrupt.
side note. No, it's fine. Snowman, what happened to Monday, which
I
you
saw
didn't get
that
to say
too.
that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very good.
I really liked it.
Good.
I liked
Slow
it.
burn at the beginning, but then it's action-packed. But it's
It's
interesting enough.
Yeah, it's interesting enough. You sort of see the end coming. Like by the second act, you see it coming from like almost like a mile away.
Yeah, but it's not bad because you don't have confirmation yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the coolest part about it is how they play fast and loose with their characters and their well-being.
Oh, and she's
It's
so
just
good.
like
She's so good.
and Numi Rapace slays in this movie. She plays
Amazing.
7 different people,
And they're
each
completely
one
different.
of them is a different person.
I was like Tatiana Maslany.
And almost more interesting than her acting was the fact that like in a lot of their scenes they're all together.
Yes.
And I'm like, how the hell did you shoot this?
Yes.
Sometimes they have fight scenes where they're
Yep.
all fighting other people. I'm like, who choreographed this? I want to see behind the scenes for this movie more than I want to like watch the movie again, and I really want to watch the movie again.
Well, we've all seen The Nutty Professor now. We know how.
No, but this one they do it. It feels so
But not
good.
with fight scenes. They
of-
have turkey scenes, and they're
No.
like they're throwing up
There's-
at dinner, but that's different, Frank.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean, there's a quick cheat of it where if it's you and I are talking and they just have the camera on one, then the other. But then, there's so many intricate other scenes that are amazing. I saw 1920 London, which is a Bollywood horror movie. It's okay. I was very curious to see how they do horror because they don't do a lot of horror films. Main actors were not people I've seen before, and they were okay. They only have like one song for all you people freaking out about the music.
Does it seem weird in a horror movie for them to bust
It's
that in song?
it's okay because it's someone remembering something, and it's like someone they loved, and so they're remembering like a happy time thing. So it's totally fine. But the horror sequences were actually, excuse me, a little peek there. The horror sequences were really kind of cool because they have exorcism stuff going on and their version of it, and I thought that was very interesting. I felt there was another one I watched. Oh, American Made. I did like that one.
Yeah.
No, it was cool.
That looked good. I just
Not amazing, but it was fun.
I didn't have interest to see it, but it still looked really good.
With my movie pass, I'll go.
That's sort of also how I feel
Yeah.
about the Orient Express. I think it looks technically good.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I just don't want to see it.
Okay. I'm super excited about that one.
I understand being excited about it. I just
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
We'll see.
And then I started the Amazon series Lore, and if you guys haven't started that, it's really good. If you are into true crime, macabre,
Scary.
history, any of that, it's excellent. Though some of the reenactments go on a little too long.
Especially supernatural too. If you're into supernatural,
Into the
right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, it's very it's nonfiction, so it takes supernatural legends or lore and breaks them down to maybe how they came about. Episode 2 deals with asylums and lobotomies, and it's disturbing. And someone asked, "Seen American Mary?" Yes, that's a horror one too, I think, and I really like that. Sky Patterson like Cloverfield. Yeah, everyone's liking Cloverfield too.
And he loved 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think I like that
I haven't
better.
seen that one yet.
10 Cloverfield Lane was honestly my favorite movie of last year.
Whoa.
I loved that movie.
I
It
didn't.
is really good.
How
have,
much is it connected? Oh,
Not very. Almost
Okay.
not at all. Like
Cool.
characters, plot, like you honestly just
don't matter.
different.
Okay.
But it is in this.
It's in the same universe.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a spoiler or not. Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I knew that enough, but I saw the sequel or the other one listed, and I was like, I kind of want to watch Cloverfield first,
Right.
and then I'll watch that one.
It's in. They say it's in the same universe, but honestly, think of it like it's anthological.
Okay.
Just it like
Sure.
Because when I watched it, I was like, okay, I can kind of see how these events can take place in the same world.
Okay.
But someone's gonna have to explain it to me, so I'm just not even gonna think about it.
And there's also gonna be next year. I got a glimpse of what's coming out next year, and there's gonna be 2 more movies in that same universe.
2. I remember the first one,
There's
the God Particle in February.
Yeah, God Particle is the first one, and there's one later on in the year around October, November.
Fantastic.
That's going to be the second one.
Actually, I'm kind of bummed that we've heard about them this far in advance because I do kind of like that you just hear about it so quick to its actual release date.
Yeah, they did that with 10 Cloverfield and Blair Witch. They're both filmed under different names. And like Blair Witch was The Woods, and 10 Cloverfield Lane was the Cellar.
Oh.
And they had all these promo videos and stuff like that. Where it's like, yeah, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character is just, there's something happens and she's in there with John Goodman. He's protecting her, but he's kind of creepy. And everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. And then like, oh, it's 10 Cloverfield Lane. And people are like, what? Because that's exactly what I did.
What is happening? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 films vying for your consideration for this week's box office bet. It is Jigsaw from Lionsgate, a return to the Saw series of films. That's going to be in 2,700 screens. Suburbicon, the new George Clooney directed film there, from Paramount, 2,000 screens. And Thank You for Your Service, the new Miles Teller film from Universal, 2,000 screens as well. So feel free to start chiming away in the chat about which of those 3 films you'd like us to do the box office bet on.
Is that another firefight movie?
Military.
Oh, military.
Military.
Oh,
Main
Miles
dude in
Teller?
that is always a douchebag though, so I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to watch him
It's
as
Miles
like our
Teller,
hero.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's always kind of plays these really don't like him characters, so you're not.
Whiplash?
Even as Mr. Fantastic.
Well,
I'm thinking more in the
Especially as Mr.
Divergent
Fantastic.
series too. But
How dare you, Anthony? How dare you?
anyway,
I just had to. I'm sorry.
Boo to you. I boo you.
we're gonna pretend that one doesn't exist. What?
We're going to do a box office rewind, of course, about somebody that's going to be in one of these upcoming films. And I thought, why not do Oscar Isaac? Who doesn't love Oscar Isaac, right?
I love him. I don't know how to say that. I just said I love you. I love him.
So coming in at number 5 for Oscar Isaac, we've got Drive from 2011. It made $11.3 million.
What a beautiful film. I loved it.
I like it on mute.
Oh, interesting. I caught a little bit of it playing on TV at work earlier this week, and I liked him wearing that bald mask. I was like, oh, that's a nice fit on his face. I just kept thinking, like, oh, that fits really well on him.
Yeah. My problem with that movie is the bad guy was a bad guy by definition and not by, like, revealing. Like, he was scary because people were like, oh, he's scary. He wasn't scary because he did scary things.
Yeah, but, I mean...
I didn't feel afraid of him. I didn't fear for the characters at all. I was just sort of like, okay.
He wasn't really... I guess his reason for being a bad guy wasn't really important, though, within the whole movie.
I mean, it kind of had to be, because that was why Ryan Gosling had his character transformation. So then I didn't even buy the transformation. I was like, okay, I guess he's doing this now.
Never
I just didn't
saw
get
Drive.
it. But it's beautiful.
I get it confused with Crash.
Oh, well,
Crash and Drive.
yeah,
There you go.
that makes sense.
Coming in number 4 for Oscar Isaac, Sucker Punch from Warner Brothers in 2011 as well.
Love that
$19 million.
movie.
That's also really good on mute.
Oh, that movie's terrible.
No, the soundtrack's awesome.
Okay, that's good with
so
just the
Soundtrack
soundtrack.
is so good. No, this movie is a very polarizing film. I went with a group of people, and it really was. People hated it or they loved it. It doesn't. Not many people with Sucker Punch are like, it's fine. They're either like, oh, I love that movie, or like, I didn't like it.
I'm actually one of those people where I just think it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, then
so
you're
look-
one of the
Look
few.
at that.
Yeah,
We
it was
met
okay.
one.
Wow.
I
All right.
thought it was so good.
I mean, there are some visual moments in there where you're like, all right, but like the plot is just garbage.
No, it's so cool.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Super
There
cool.
really
But I
isn't
will
a
say-
You
plot.
like it?
I wanted to
You
get a
haven't seen it?
lobotomy. I'm just kidding.
Ah, man.
Go watch Lore episode 2, and it was like regular practice in like the 40s
Mm-hmm.
of just like, yeah, you're depressed. Let's give you a lobotomy. It'll cure you just fine.
I actually heard the podcast episode on that one
Ugh.
titled Echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go-
so good.
It's creepier to watch it and hear it like the click click.
Yes. I will say though, there are a couple of scenes with Oscar Isaac's character where he
Okay.
just is like he's supposed to be like like the heavy in the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
but he has some moments where like some of the people like working at the hospital and stuff, he's very polite and cordial to them, and I'm just like, all right, so he's not like a total monster. He's at least there's moments of like some kind of human warmth amongst other people. I like those little touches about that.
Chat room is not loving the Sucker Punch.
No, it's garbage, guys. You're right.
Basement Boy Sucker Punch was the first time I doubted Sneider.
I was about to say I want to bring that up because that's exactly how I felt when I saw
No,
that.
300 was the first time I doubted Sneider.
No,
I
dude.
love
It
300.
was
Didn't. It's a
Oh.
2-act nightmare.
So good. And now that was one where they actually add from what's in the graphic novel, because the graphic novel is like teeny tiny little book, and like the female character is actually better in the movie than the graphic
bet,
novel, because in
yeah.
the graphic novel it's like, I love you, bye, and the movie I'm like, okay, no,
There
I
was just-
love it.
There was
Visual
just
style,
like
too.
nothing to it. There was zero substance in that movie. There was just action. It was good action. It was
Okay.
well shot action. It was just nothing in that movie.
Dat Ducks on Quack says Sucker Punch is a guilty pleasure. All right. You know, that's fine.
Just, no, it's just guilty. That'd be terrible. Coming in number 3, The Bourne Legacy from Universal, 2012, $38.1 million.
I liked all the Bourne movies.
I don't think I've seen. Was that the one with Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
Was that the last one?
That was one before the one before Matt Damon came
They all
back.
kind of.
There's so many.
Oh, yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, X-Men Apocalypse. That film's that's so so garbage. So garbage, guys. 2016, $65.7 million. No, it is not all right. It is terrible.
It's all right.
You had a second opportunity to do something with Angel, and again, you swung and you missed on that
It's the
one.
Angel's Curse, Frank.
Oh, it is just terrible. And Oscar Isaac, there's some concept drawings for some of the looks of Apocalypse that are so much better than the look that they went for in this film. He is just, I felt sorry for him. Like, he's just, it's just terrible. Coming in number 1, of course, a little indie film that struggled to make it to the top, but it did.
No.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens. $247.9 million. Its opening weekend back in 2015. And we'll be seeing him reprising his role in just a couple months.
Yes, we will.
So excited.
We will all see it.
We will all see it. Yeah,
Yes.
we will, and I'm sure many of us will probably see it multiple times.
Yeah.
I just thought there's a bunch of movies coming out when I'm going to be out of town, so I'm like, I'll have to catch up.
Well, you've got a movie
Sucks.
pass.
I do.
Must be nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, let's do a quick top 5 of what we think before we head into the box office bet. We've got Jigsaw, Suburbicon, and Thank You for Your Service. Basically, just real quick, the last 6 Saw films did, respectively, 18.2, 31.5, 22.5, 31.7, 30, and the last outing, Saw 6, 14.1.
That's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know,
And then George Clooney's last directed film, Monuments Men, that opened up at 22 million.
that was one that one I need to add to my list. I'd wanted to see that.
So I honestly do not think that Medea will be holding number 1 again.
Probably
It
not.
could, Frank. it
No,
won't.
no, please. What do you see? Anybody? I'm assuming Jigsaw. I think there's going to be
Yeah.
some enthusiasm to come back and see what they're going to do with this.
I don't know. I mean, what we've seen this year with franchises and people getting just tired of them. But it is Halloween is Jigsaw, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sort of like to me, it sort of feels like it could be a curveball.
What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think could come out number 1?
I don't know.
All right, well, somebody in the
Honestly,
chat room
with-
go.
With Middle America
Yeah.
and the NFL and everything, maybe just Thank You for Your Service.
Mm.
People might be like, let's support the country.
No, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jigsaw number 1. I'll do Thank You for Your Service number 2. Boo, Madea, Halloween number 3. I don't. Suburbicon? No, I don't. Maybe, I guess 4. And then Happy Deathday. Well, no, I guess Geostorm I'll put number 5.
I agree.
I actually
I'll
like
stick
that
with
list, yeah.
Some people are mentioning Ex Machina. I didn't really like that movie.
I haven't seen it yet. But
I
I'd
like
to.
the original one that was. I forget the name of it now, but there's one before that was pretty much the exact same plot, but it's a British movie.
All right, real quick, folks. Do we see in the chat? Are we seeing?
Oh, Stranger Things comes out this weekend too. People are going to be going to the
Friday.
theaters.
So excited.
We got to do our box office bet. Anybody keeping an eye on the chat to see
I
what
think
the
it's
numbers are?
Suburban.
What's the
wasn't
numbers,
Suburbicon?
guys?
Suburbicon.
I think
I saw
Suburbicon had the
bunch.
highest.
All right,
we got a wrap.
Let's do a Suburbicon again. George Clooney, you got Matt Damon, you Julianne
None of
Moore.
us voted.
So let's see. Again, his last directed film, $22 million. What do we think, guys? All right.
Oh, I probably went really low.
I'm gonna go.
Thank you, chat room. That Suburbicon did win. Yes.
Look at that.
Nah.
I don't know what it was about Ex Machina. I didn't love.
All right. Anybody got their numbers locked in?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
just,
yeah, I feel-
I'm typing it. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. All right. As returning champions, Amy,
Ooh.
Carrie, please reveal your
No.
wins.
No, really?
No.
Oh.
What do you got?
Oh no, 16.
9.
Whoa.
Oh, I went 16 as well.
Oh,
What do we got here from Neil?
I went really low.
No, what do we got?
10.
10.
Chat room
pretty
says Ken
safe.
Jack says
Pretty
14. Sarah Brock says 14.
Guys, I'm worried.
Sardrew says 13. Tanya says 17.5. Nicholas says 13. Then I went real low, but
Well,
Who
it's
knows?
true. I mean, I guess we were already talking about it as number 4.
Yeah.
and
No,
I was,
I was thinking number 2 or
were
3.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were very quiet during that point where we were
How's
talking about it.
Yeah, well, we're
says
trying
11.
to wrap. We're trying to wrap.
Guy says
Like,
10.5. Okay, well, we got to wrap because we got another show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on Box Office Breakdown. We'll be back next week, but of course, the fun doesn't stop here. Just get started. You can like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. While you're there, give it not just 1, not just 2, but 6 thumbs up. And thanks everybody for hopping in the chat. If you want to comment, if you're watching this after we've streamed live, Carrie, what's a question you'd love for them to answer in the chat? In the comments.
Favorite disaster movie because we talked about disaster movies.
Oh, look at that. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk to us individually there on social media, Neil, where can they find you?
You can find me at places where people are found at the Neil Plumley. That's TheNeilPlumley. Amy.
You guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra TV.
And you can find me online at Kari D Lane, that's Karidlane. And tune in right after this. We have Star Trek Weekly. Me and Frank.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think.
Question mark?
So run after us.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie. Folks, we'll be back here next Sunday night where a
See
winner will be
ya.
decided right here on Box Office Breakdown. Watch the movies, everybody.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.